I'm just loving on me right now. I really am. I had my last chemo last week, Friday. So I kind of told the oncologist, I need a break. You know, I need to love my scars because I had a double mastectomy.
Tracy was diagnosed with invasive ductal carcinoma, stage 3 cancer, an aggressive type that spreads fast in her right breast. Although national headlines celebrate how cancer death rates have come down, racial disparities in diagnosis, treatments, and outcomes have not.
Black women are 40% more likely to die of breast cancer than white women, and they're also twice as likely to die from the disease if they're over 50 years old, according to the American Cancer Society.
I don't think race played a factor with the first diagnosis, but within my treatment care, yes.
And can I listen to your heart?
When you see your oncologist, you have to be able to have that dialogue, that community. You have to feel comfortable. When there's a break, there could be a break in you. So, and that's what had happened to me.
According to studies, some minority patients do not always feel comfortable or understood by a white male doctor. And some doctors might also feel less comfortable attending to minority patients.
I personally think the most important thing that we need to do is to diversify the workforce. There is still a huge gap of representation of Black doctors. Black people make up 13% of the population, but it's a very little percentage of the doctors that are practicing medicine.
But diversity won't be easily achieved. Since 2021, about 64% of practicing physicians were white, almost 21% were Asian, close to 7% were Hispanic, and nearly 6% identified as Black. Another option is improving racial and cultural training in the medical field.
Providers that need to be trained in both cultural competence, in implicit bias, in anti-racism, and really have a good core amount of information there and train to be able to recognize their own biases so they're able to interact with the patients better.
According to a panel of experts that recently gathered in South Florida, the cultural and racial gap also stops Black patients from undergoing preventive care.
There has been studies that show that if we have patients who have BRCA mutations where we want them to potentially do risk-reduced mastectomy or having their ovaries out, our patients of color aren't doing that at the same levels. And good possibility here is the fact that we have that missing cultural competence, that they aren't quite hearing that that is what they need to do because they don't feel they're being listened to.
As for Tracy, she also pleads to be listened to.
I need to love on me before you decide to want to give me more medicine. Before you decide not to hear me when I tell you, let's try something different. Let's try alternative, because I don't take medicine, but I took the medicine to help cure if there was any cancer left. You understand? So right now, I'm just loving on me.
Nitza, Soledad, Perez, CGTN, Miami.